Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna put the seat rails on the 67 chassis. Check it out. I think I've got a general idea of how I'm gonna set this up, but first I'm gonna make a peanut butter sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Just craving one, and I don't have a knife, so I found this seal trim thing. I just rinsed it off with some soap, so it should be good. It's about the size of a knife. It's gonna work perfect. So yeah, I spent some time yesterday working on those seat rails. I think I put a plan together. I think I have an idea how to get this set up. It might not be perfect like it was from the factory, but it's gonna be fine. But before we do that, I have to take care of this craving first. That sounded good. Anybody getting hungry yet? That should do it. All right, there it is. All right, let's get to work. We're gonna figure this out. I've never done this before. There's not a lot of information out there about installing the seat rails for the Karmann Ghia. I did find a couple things and they helped a little bit, but I'm trying to figure out a way it's gonna work for me based on what I have here. So one of the things I came up with was just taking a measurement from the rail slots between this slot here and this slot here. The conclusion that I've come up with is that they give you one of these for each rail, okay? And the only place I see that it really works is on the back side. And there's some variances here, guys. This is not perfectly flat, okay? There's a little bubbly right here. I might have to beat it down a little bit with the hammer. I'm gonna try to make it work. And hopefully the screws will help kind of guide this thing into place. See this little nipple right here, this little dent? The front of your rail, this little point right here should be pretty much in the center of this. If it's off a little bit, I don't think it's a huge deal. If you've got longer legs, you wanna have a little bit longer, you'd be able to go back a little further. Pull it back an inch or two if you want. I don't think it's an issue. I don't think anybody's gonna be sitting in the back seat, so. We'll have to make a mark, take this off, put some screws in there. This is pretty much where I need it to be. Now I need to line this one up. So those are lined up pretty good. They're kind of going, you know, right across here. And like I said, you can move these back and forth a little bit if you want. Now what we're looking for is 21 inches. There's my 21. And there's a little bit of playroom in there, not much. There's not much playroom in there, okay? You know, you line this up. Just pretend this is the rail sitting in there. You see it falls right on 21. I'm gonna put some screws in it and see if the seat will go on. All right, guys, another thing I did is I took that original cross member and I lined it up between these two as if I had one, just to see if these two notches are lining up like the original did. And they're really, really close. So let's just, you know, if we did have one of these, I guess is what I'm saying, is I kind of wish they would make one for this kit, or at least be optional. But yeah, this is basically where we need to be with these. All right, guys, I'm just double checking some measurements here. I'm gonna take a measurement from the front and just come up with a number from this part on this side to the top hat. And I'm gonna make it even so that we can replicate it on the other side. 25.5 to this point right here off the back. From that point, which is a fixed point, which should be the same for everybody, to the very edge of this new bracket, 25.5. That's where I'm going. And that's still probably real close to factory because this is that little point here where the carpet tie down would go. And we're right on that point right there. So you could go back another inch or two if you got longer legs. Or if you're shorter, you can come up a little bit, but I think that'll be good. All right, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna measure a couple more times. I'm gonna measure as we go. And hopefully we're close to where we need to be. There we go. There's our 21. And that helped us get that thing down where it needs to be too. Yeah, we're real close, guys. Real close. Hopefully that'll work. Man, that actually holds up pretty good. Let's see if the seat will go on. This is a very awkward thing to do. Very awkward. Ooh. It's close. Oh, it's tight. I'm actually thinking it needs to go in a little bit. It's a little too far out, I think. Those screws seem to be holding pretty good though, as far as being able to test it. I'm gonna leave that one where it is, and I'm gonna move this one in just a hair. Yeah, we were in a little too far. I think that's gonna be better. All right, let's try that. Whew. A little bit of trickery involved. Hey, there we go. I think that's gonna work. Woo! Maybe, maybe not. Man. Good Lord. Just very little room for error. All right, so this front piece is in too much, or just a little bit too much. And if I go and measure it, I can see it did get off. I don't know how it got so far off, but it did. I almost need to screw. I do need to do that. I need to screw this bracket on here. Come on, 21. We were too far in. That looks like it's right where it needs to be. Right there. Not easy, guys. Not easy. If you like a challenge, that feels better. It's coming off the rail though. I don't know why. It's still coming off for some reason. Dang. I don't understand that. Something's not right. I knew this was going to be a challenge. Man. I'm putting a couple screws on the back side on the support bracket. So the seat rail I screwed right here to the support bracket to kind of keep them together. And now I'm screwing the support bracket to the pan to keep it a little more sturdy while we're test fitting. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Just trying to keep the flex down because I think that's messing with it too. So I've been leaving this one alone. It's all the way against the rail as best we can. And it's tight here, here, here. I connected the seat rail to the support bracket, and then I connected the support bracket to the pan. So it's on there good. Just trying to keep it from flexing when we put the seat on. All right, let's see if this will work. That's lining up pretty good right there. It's not moving. It's a little too good, I guess. There it goes. Oh, Lord. Man, the tolerance is so tight on these. Get it, you don't want them super loose. They're designed to kind of where you're sitting in them, the weight of you sitting. I don't think I could sit up here now. This thing falling over. Maybe I could. I'm going to try to sit up here and see if move this over so it doesn't fall, hopefully. Pretty good. Those legs are gonna break on the. Hey, that's working when you sit in it. I mean, you don't want it to move super easy, do you? And there's no grease on there yet either. I think once you put grease on there, it'll move a lot easier. Here's the other thing too, you can kind of see where your feet are. It's kind of a weird. I might want to pull these back some more. Gotta see if that is if that's actually a position, but I like the idea of being able to come back more. Can't really go like that because this is the side of the car right here. Your feet can only go to right here and here. Well, I guess most people would sit like this. It seems like it's moving pretty good. The seat's a little worn out. Once you grease this up a little bit, it's gonna slide easier. Oh yeah, buddy. We're ready to weld. Let's do it. Let's start with this one here. And I've got these screws here. I just want to make a mark outside of the sanding line that kind of shows me where I need to line this first screw up here, so I don't mix it up with these other, because there are a couple other holes that I made first. I think that'll work. Okay, I just took a yellow paint pen and marked where these screws are, because I've got other holes that I made that I had to change. So I just want to make sure I get the right holes lined up. So we got one here. This is just an indicator when I go to put it back on. Try to line it back up where it needs to be. See, there's an old hole there. I don't want to accidentally try to go into that one. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna take this off and get that ready to paint, or get that ready to weld. All right, let's see what we got here. That one looks pretty good. Got a couple good looking ones on here. These are a little boogered up looking, but it looks like the ones where the holes were, it seems like it takes better where the holes are drilled. But I tacked, you know, I butt welded right there. That's a lap weld. But you can see penetration. That looks pretty good. Well, that first one went so well, I got a little excited and got ahead of myself here. This, I should have welded from the backside on here. But instead of trying to take this back off, I'll hold it here and I'll drill a couple holes here and here. All right, let's see if we can fix this mess. Should have known that was going to happen. Maybe that'll give us the mark we need. All right. Oh man, I hope this works. Please. Please work. Grab the latch. It's working. Yes. It's working. Ah, that's awesome. The latch is working. This is your seat position lock. It's working. It goes and it locks into place. And you're good. Boom! Yeah. That's a big deal. That is a big deal. All right, let's do the driver's side. And what I learned from the other side is this rail, the longer rail that's up against the channel here, needs a little more love. So it's got this piece here. It's got the seat lock that you have to make sure you get welded on. I was able to do it from this side, but it'd probably be better to do it from the other side. Oh, the other thing I was gonna maybe punch a couple holes, see if this will punch holes in here, and just put a couple extra holes here instead of drilling it. Oh yeah, nice. Woo. Let me get the glove. Have thing will rip your fingers off.
Ooh, that's hot.
There you go. Look at that. You see, that turned out pretty good. Look at that penetration on the other side, looks pretty cool. And now that I got these 3 on here, I'm gonna take these 2 off and go ahead and weld it before I put this back on. Wish I would have done that to the other side, but the other side's fine. It's gonna hold. It's a little different. This is definitely nicer. I like that overall result better. I'm gonna go ahead and tack this. I know that's held on pretty good, but I'm gonna do another tack right there and right there, just to give it a little extra support. All right, that's better. It's not pretty, but I don't think it's gonna come off of there. Got the 2 in the middle, 2 on the sides. Should be good, because that takes a lot of hits when you're moving back and forth, so you want that to be on there good. All right, well, time will tell once we get this all set up and we get in there and start moving around, but I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're getting, you know, enough welds and penetration and stuff, so I'm gonna clean this up and get this ready. Well, the seat rails are in. They are welded in, guys. So it's pretty exciting. They're not perfect. They are not perfect, but I'm pretty happy overall. You know, some of these welds came out really nice. And, but man, this right here, you know, when everything's lining up just right and everything's connected together properly, it just makes it so much easier. But they're on there. I'm happy. It's pretty exciting. That was a big challenge, real big challenge. Now we can clean these up. Maybe, you know, like I said, I might put a couple more welds and clean these up a little bit. Scuff this whole thing up, put another coat of primer, and put the chassis black on there. And we'll be ready to start assembling this chassis. The next step. Pretty cool. Hey guys, I really do appreciate you guys watching, everyone. And it keeps me motivated, it keeps me going, and it helps out big time. So thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, commenting, doing all that stuff. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next one.